All right, let's get on to values and goals, creating congruence for success. What are values? Values answer this question. In a world where you could choose to have your life be about something, what would that be? Psychologists have defined values as such. Values are verbally constructed, global desired life consequences. Basically, objectives that literally dictate our behavior moment by moment. How do I know my deepest core values? Well, start asking some self-directed questions. Through thoughtful, honest consideration, and then check against your observable actions and your behavior. And then what you're going to do is re-question again at the next level. And we're going to go through this entire process in this class, and you are going to have a very codified, defined list of your current personal values, and then we're going to work on getting those aligned with your new goals and objectives. Consider your level of priority in each of these areas. Your self-image, business, career, and studies, your finance and wealth, your health and fitness, your social environment or your friendships, your family, your romance or love relationships, your recreation and fun, your contribution, your personal growth, and your spiritual life. Consider your actual engagement and your actions currently in these areas. Now, a good way to get started is to really kind of question from a big picture, and then we're going to work backwards from there into each of those individual categories. We want to identify the areas that might spiderweb out and directly attach to this new goal or vision that you have, or to your life's new compelling vision. The big question would be this: if I had only a short time to live, what is the most important thing to me to be living and or for me to be being with that remaining amount of time? That's a real deep question, and it does take time to ponder this. It takes thought, and it's going to take some self-reflection. But try to really take a moment and do that. Pause the recording if you need to. Write this down as a note for something you to come back to when you want to spend some time meditating on this question. But literally ask yourself that question. If I had just a very short time left, what is the most important thing to me? And how would I be living? How would I be being in those moments remaining? Here's the big news flash, right? You are going to die. We all do. There's no escaping this reality on this planet, at least currently. In the grand scheme of things, all of our time here is incredibly short. So it is important for us to understand and define what is the most important thing about you and your life that you would want to be remembered for or have said about you. What type of a legacy would it be that you are desiring to leave from your experience here on this planet and for your contribution to the whole? So some sample core life categories might sound something like this. The me, who is you, that category would be your self-image. Another category would be family, your spiritual life, as you saw on that wheel, health and fitness, career, work and projects, finance and wealth, social and friends, romance, love, recreation, contribution, education, and personal growth. So how do we get to our values? We're going to ask this question about those categories. And that question is this: what is the most important thing to me about my health and fitness? And write those things down. Write down the very first thoughts that come to you. Many times our intuition, our intuitive brain is correct, and we want to go with that as we're doing this values elicitation exercise. So on each category, when you ask yourself, what is the most important thing to me about my family? Whatever comes to you, just write it down. There's no right or wrong answers here. All we're doing is starting this process of codifying and identifying the current values that we hold on to. What is the most important thing to me about my beliefs or my mindset, my belief system? What is the most important thing to me about my relationships? And then you can even go as far as defining those relationships and then asking again the question to chunk down and dig deeper to find out really why you do the things you do in that space. What is the most important thing to me about my career and my work? What is the most important thing to be about my leisure and my fun and my hobbies? What is the most important thing to be about my reputation and my legacy?